Hey everybody, are you looking for the perfect holiday gift for yourself or a loved one? Well, consider subscribing to Solitary Saturn, or joining as a channel member, or leaving a super thanks or super chat in one of the streams. The benefit to you is minimal, but it really helps me. Alright, let's continue with the main scenario today. Let me switch things here. We're going to be continuing the main scenario of Final Fantasy XIV today. Appreciate you stopping by for another episode. So we're going to talk to Minfilia and continue on with the main scenarios. I'm really excited to see where things go. This is my first time playing since finishing the base game of A Realm Reborn. So let's see where the rest of A Realm Reborn goes. The price of principles. Solitary, it pleases me to see you well. Hey, Tataru. Do excuse me for interrupting, Solitary. My lady, the gentleman from Ashgana, exports has just left. I understand now why you didn't want to receive him. You did well, Tataru. Please inform the guards that we will not be receiving any further guests this evening. Thank you, my lady. Hey! Ever since we defeated Gaius von Baelsar and destroyed his ultimate weapon, the eyes of the world have followed our every move, scarce remembering to blink. Where once we worked in secret with precious few friends and all too many enemies, we are now besieged by benefactors, each one more eager than the last to offer us his complete support. A true embarrassment of riches. Of course, every promise of patronage comes with a price. Some make their intentions known from the start, while others endeavor to engage us more subtly. Dress it how they will, the message is ever the same. We shall help you, but only if you help us. The gentleman Tataru spoke of was more brazen than most. In exchange for certain supplies, he would have us resolve a business dispute. Naturally, I refused him, as I have every other merchant of his ilk. Alas, the Syndicate's overtures are not so easily rejected. The Syndicate. When we formed the Silence of the Seventh Dawn, it was... Oh, is that the staff of Louis Soir? It was our goal of serving Aeosir, not the interests of individual Eorzeans. Our neutrality is fundamental to our cause. In my heart, I know this to be true, and yet if accepting these offers of patronage could empower us to do greater good, might they not warrant greater consideration? It's a tough choice. Our Baldessian colleagues have been generous beyond measure, but we cannot expect them to... Forgive me, I did not mean to burden you so. Yet my urge to share this dilemma may not be wholly misguided. Might I impose upon you to consult the others? They are like to have their own opinions on this matter. Sure. Alright. Let's talk to everybody else. See how they're doing after our last episode. Start with Thancred. Fortune begets power and power fortune. That we, and especially you, have powers beyond doubt. The question is what to do with it. You may be interested to know that there is a growing belief amongst the refugees that Ala Mhigo could be liberated if only the Signs would commit their strength to the cause. Yet theirs is one of many causes. We stand at a crossroads, Solitary. Each path is paved with good intentions, but where they lead is far from clear. I wonder if we're gonna have a choice. Recall you our meeting with the Admiral? Shortly after the Laminsons sent word of the summoning of Titan. Then mayhap you also recall words to our host. I said unto I don't know how to say her name, that her people had broken their treaty with the kobolds, and that the beastmen had justly responded, that we had been called to intervene in a conflict which she herself had invited. I spoke, in short, the truth. And wherefore did I speak it? Because, owing no allegiance to Limsa, I felt no compulsion to allow the Liminsons to distort the facts to fit a narrative which justified their actions and absolved them of guilt. Upon this subject, Minfilia can expect a similar reply. Our many dalliances with the city-states have already weakened our claim to neutrality, but the path she contemplates would see us relinquish it entirely. Let's go Papa Limo. None can deny that we would benefit from more support, but if it comes at the cost of our principles, neutrality was ever a delicate matter. I've lost count of the times I had to explain to people that our allegiances need not necessarily lie in the same place as our headquarters. Mind you, if we are to sell our services for Gil, we might as well declare our fealty to Ul'dah now, and have done with it. I'm quite sure Ida would enjoy the bribes. Dang, just threw you under the bus. Ida, how you feel about that? I've been receiving a lot of gifts lately, but Papalymo keeps making me send them back. It wouldn't be so bad, but some of them are really nice. I mean, very nearly abandon your principles nice, you know? At least you're honest. 'Tis the lot of the powerful to attract the covetous as well as the needy. Thus doth prudence dictate, that those with power proffer aid with one hand, whilst the other resteth ever on their hilt. Alas, we have not the luxury of time to decipher our petitioners' machinations. Nay, not while the beast tribes do labor unseen, defiant in defeat, to raise up their fallen primals once more. Doubt not that they shall return stronger and bolder both, nor that we shall be the ones to meet them. This sacred charge shall ever be ours. 'Tis but a pity we are so few, and our fortunes so finite. Where is Alfino? Is he in here? Who are you, like Tataru's cousin? Okay. It's an Alfino's out here somewhere. Ah, there he is. The situation is not wholly unexpected. I too have given much thought to our organization's future, though it would seem I have reached a different conclusion. Mayhap it is time I made my feelings known to the antecedent. Come along, Solitary. Alvino, sorry, Solitary. Is aught amiss? You desired counsel, and so you shall have it, Minfilia. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn must leave Ul'dah. What? We must do what? So long as we remain within Ul'dah territory, we will never be free to act with impunity. Moving our headquarters to Vesper Bay only delayed the inevitable. We have demonstrated our capabilities, and the Syndicate has taken note. Oh, I know who the Syndicate is. They will not suffer our organization to remain independent now. We are far too dangerous for that. Surely you realize they are the reason Vesper Bay still lacks an aetheryte. They know full well how beneficial one would be to our cause, which is why it and other favors will be denied unless we cooperate. If Ul'dah is no longer suitable, where would you have us go? Experience has taught us that the appearance of neutrality is as important as the reality. Accordingly, we must keep each of the great nations at arm's length and plant our banner in a place which all agree to be beyond their borders. Mordona. Oh, interesting. Revenant's Toll, to be precise, it lies within neutral territory and offers all the essential facilities we require. By way of an additional benefit, it is also frequented by a veritable legion of adventurers who may serve to supplement our ranks. I am, of course, conscious of the fact that we have developed a certain bond with Ul'dah and her people over the years, but I truly believe this to be the best course of action. As you yourself observed, we have invaluable ties to the local community, forged through years of concerted effort. Ul'dah is our home, Alphino. To cast aside everything we have built and start anew in that desolate wasteland would be beyond reckless. The decision is yours to make, Antecedent. I ask only that you recall the shared purpose which first moved us to found the Science of the Seventh Dawn, and which moved you to found the Path of the 12 ere that. We aspire to an ideal, you and I, just as my grandfather did. That makes us more than mere comrades in arms. We are as much your family as... That will be all, Alphino. I'm sure you have some familial affairs of your own to attend to. Your concern is most generous, but no, I have left them in the hands of men better suited to the task than I. I could not very well allow my own personal affairs to come before the needs of the Order, after all. Let's see... Let's go with this one with the critical hit rate on it. Is that better? It is. Okay. New ring. New jewelry, baby. Okay. Leave Ul'dah? Has it truly come to this? Hey, I left Ul'dah once, went out into the open world. I survived. Look at me now. Oh, Solitary, pray attend to Alphino. He is engaged in some business or other and requires your assistance. Pray be on your way. Alphino waits upon you, and I have much to think about. Oh, and tell him he shall have my answer in due time. Okay. Okay. Confound it, she knows what must be done, and still she hesitates. All because of these fanciful rumors. I should explain. Minfilia's mother, well, adoptive mother, was among the great many who perished during the calamity. Flamin? Flamin was her name, though you may know her better as the songstress of Ul'dah. She was a performer of singular talent and much beloved by the people of Eorzea, not to mention a certain Sharlayan minstrel. As you may imagine, the news of her passing was greeted with shock and disbelief by her adoring followers, many of whom refused to acknowledge what had happened, that her body was never found only served to encourage speculation. Minfilia, too, struggled at first to accept the truth, but as Flamin's absence stretched from months into years, she saw that there could be no other explanation, until recently at any rate. For whatever reason, rumors have once again begun to circulate that Flamin is alive and well. One of our informants, Father Iliud, has sent word that a woman matching the songstress description has been seen of late at the seaside resort of Costa del Sol. If we could succeed in tracking her down, I have no doubt that any worries that now plague Minfilia's heart might be assuaged. I mean to set forth for Lenosha at once. Let us reconvene there and inquire with Master Gegaruju as to the veracity of these rumors. Interesting. How would she have survived, though? Costa del Sol. Been a minute. Let's go. Oh, nighttime. Who am I talking to here? Here we are. Oh yeah, I remember here. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? Aiden's bane, I mean solitary. What brings you to my humble resort? Lamin? Someone's gonna have to let me know how you pronounce that. You mean to tell me the goddess made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ul'dah? Gads, man. If I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Okay, buddy. Oh, for shame. To think that she now applies her trade for the riffraff off to the west, or wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say. A tragedy. West, is it? Thank you. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses may have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel on to Wineport and do the same. Sure. Could I get some of that fanning too? Thank you. Yeah, okay. Let's see, Wineport. Where is that again? It's up here. Wineport, yeah. Somebody in here, I'm guessing? Ah, this was the wine guy. Well, it isn't solitary, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly. I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tastings, you understand. Dang. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Stinky, huh? Stinky? I thought this was the guy. But it doesn't want me to talk to them. Interesting. Something up here. Somebody up here? Ah. You want to know if I've seen a Mikote lass by the name of Lamin? I wish. I haven't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Thanks for the help, buddy. Okay, I'm guessing now we go talk to them. I see you had many grand adventures since we last spoke, Solitary. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago? One does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating. Okay, so maybe it's just a strong perfume. Maybe she's not stinky. Yet simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. so I told her to follow the road south, into Raincatcher Gully, and then head east after crossing the second bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you might yet find her there. Okay. Let's see. Gotta practice my flying. Actually don't know where I'm going though. Where am I supposed to go? Okay. I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid. Tell me, friend. Can I get a flying carpet in the game? Is that possible? On a magic carpet ride, on a chocobo. Do 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 do. Okay. Ah! Oh, you're not very strong. I just came off of fighting some extremely difficult primals, so I'm doing okay. I'm in your debt, stranger. I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gooboo's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and Flamen? I don't... Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ul'dah, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say, Acilia, is looking for you. Acilia? You are the very picture of health, milady. Yet the world thinks you're dead. I can only conclude that this was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You'll be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know, but tell me, sojourns in the forest of the Notia side, when exactly will the time be right? When I deem it so. Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we all have that which we came for, might we continue this conversation in a safer locale? Wineport, say? Acilia. I wonder what's up with the different name. I mean, you could have just teleported me back there. Music is beautiful. And then it ended. This is not at all how I had envisioned it. I can scarce begin to imagine what emotions will go through Minfilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Vitality... I don't think any of those are that great. Reunited, and it feels so good. Okay. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be off on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Oh, is the perfume a gift? Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the waking sands. Okay. Hey, it actually teleported us here. Cool. That's a nice change. This should be interesting. Are they already in here? Nope. Guess what, Minfilia? I got a surprise! Antecedent, you have a guest. Lahamin? 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 Acelia. Aww. I haven't seen her like this in years, Solitary. Wait, Minfilia's Mikote? I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead. But... or not. I don't know. The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far from you as I could, lest their pursuit of me endanger you and our cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue it you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success, and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Acelia. What's up with these different names? I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Celestia perfume. You remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If ever I lost sight of you, I could find you again, just by following my notes. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Solitary, however. I could not have made it without him. I literally hit that thing like twice and it died. It was no big trouble. Thank you, Solitary. Thank you both. Hey, no worries. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All these years you kept it? My father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me then. Oh, she raised me under her own. I was gonna say, they don't really look like they're related. Taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I'm no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I fear I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear that there is much I do not know about you and your mother both. One of her first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful, but there, I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Celia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I failed and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think of that which you have yet to do, and what it may entail. Celia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Lamin. You built it once, Cecilia, you can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly? Alphinaud, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll, as you proposed. I think Alphinaud paid her off, paid some money to get her to to join our thought there. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send word to the students of Baldessian. Preparations begin at once. I still think there's something she's not telling us. Let's go with this one. Nice. Let's talk relocation. I wonder if we're going to use a moving company or if we're going to pack and move everything ourselves. Like rent a truck. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is so much to be done in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representative there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would have never been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships and with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, Antecedent. Who are these people? Who are you? Really, Alphinaud? If I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am. Nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll? Oh. It is an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphinaud, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. Know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the science of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. Sir, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Solitary, are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance? Slaftborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you will favor us with your presence again ere long. Sure. How funny would it be if, like, they move everything there, and then I just, like, never visit there the rest of the entire series? Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Solitary. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us. And for me. We will speak again, anon. Till then, take care. So, what do I get to do for rest? Hang out in here? By myself? Reading a book? From really far away? Can just sit there and, like, read from, like, 10 feet away. Solitary, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alfino has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. You're here, good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Science of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. The Rising Stones. Yay! A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many guests and their many, many demands. What, are we leaving Tataru behind? From the waking sands to the rising stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? Probably. I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged full support, General Raobaun included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our Order's veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, Antecedent? If anything, it is mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Science of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have the right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power. Yes, but in doing so, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire? To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this: prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and time again. United is one. Huh? There must be some way I can... Wait, that area is said to be rich in minerals. Maybe I should ask Flamin to teach me the basics of mining too. I'm confused. Were we just like gonna leave Tataru behind? Is that what's going on there? But Tataru doesn't want to be left behind? Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alpino, I mean, it was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge ties between our organizations. Truly, his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slothborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Solitary. Okay. I'm guessing that's in Mordona. Yeah. Okay. Next time I do a playthrough video, I should just like walk everywhere. Just walk to every new town. They all interconnect, right? So, don't they? And just like... I feel like I haven't seen this place during the daytime, like, at all. This is like the first time I've seen it during the day. It feels like... I don't know where I'm going. There we go. I was told to expect you, Scion, but I didn't expect it to be you. It has been far too long, Solitary. You have something for me, yes? Yes. Let's see now. Yes, everything appears to be in order. You'll be staying with us for a while, yes? Would that we had a dozen more like you. Since we don't, though, we'll just give you the work of a dozen men. I jest, I jest. I think I already got the one I wanted from this. It's possibly a primal. Would show you around the sign soon to be home. Okay, cool. We get to tour our new headquarters. Back to do the work of a dozen men, I see. Even I can appreciate that an important man such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home. See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. Oh. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, you see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortunes to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I imagine it'll be a good place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Tataru, is that you, Solitary? Quite sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is required at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything quite alright, friend? Must be serious if Tataru is calling. I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen to your more pressing matters. Okay. Speak with Tataru. What's going on, Tataru? This seems weird. messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Ixal have summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now go and ask the antecedent if there's anything you can do. Maybe a different primal? We never actually did fight Ramu. Maybe we have to fight Ramu at some point? I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come so soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Solitary. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence. The readings bear a strong resemblance to ones observed more than 5 years ago, though I had hoped the Moggles guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence hath been requested by Commander... I forget how to say that already. He waited me at the Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, Solitary. Idem Populemo will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Gridania. Different primal, huh? Interesting, interesting. It doesn't seem like it's Ramu. Sprint! Must catch! Ah, too fast. A pleasure to see you as always, Private Saturn. Thank you for coming so swiftly. I could think of no one more qualified to, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. We definitely want... Oh, we get these by default. Take this. Oh, I need to do... Oh, I've got all sorts of weapon stuff here. These are probably, like, even better. Assume I should just, like, go for the level 70 one. Ifrit's Claws. It's actually not better? I'm kind of confused by that. Or maybe I just can't equip it yet? Oh, it's actually not better. Hmm. Okay, we'll just stay with what we got, I guess. Hail to the king, Kupo. Gonna fight like a giant Moogle? Not long ago, the Moogle Kuplo Kop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seedseer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Moogle kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelveswood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Sylphs, and we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Moogles. The rest you should hear from the Kuplo Kop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seedseer at the Lotus Stand. Let's see, where is that at? This way. I still don't really know my way around the towns very well, like outside of Ul'dah. This is the person I'm supposed to talk to? The other signs have already arrived, sir. May I show you in? Sure. Wow. This place. I forgot about this place. I think I've been in here. Yeah, I have. Huh. There's Kuplo Kop. Okay, let's at least talk, and then I don't know if we're gonna do this quest today, but we'll at least get the quest. Huh? Please, you have to stop them. But you mustn't kill them. They're not bad Moogles, Kupo. They're just, misguided. A gentle note, firm thrashing is in order. Yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kuplo Kop. Can you not see that he hasn't the faintest idea what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive his witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come, Solitary, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. So, evil Moogles? Is that what I'm guessing here? But you are doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kuplo Kop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. It would seem that the good King Moogle Mog XII has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Kuplo here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there. Unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Kupo. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So good King Moogle Mog XII, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly down. But good King Moogle Mog XII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one we ever woven. This he nobly held while his subject climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Moogles came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Moogle Mog XII. May his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Moogle kind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand. That being your reason for contacting us, yes? I'll bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea. The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Moogle Mog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the beast tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you're saying a handful of Mughals with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard, and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? What I cannot fathom is why they would even try. With Garuda humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take such a drastic measure? Might that not in itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought onto the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by the heroics of a chosen few. To you, who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this latest period of peace will doubtless seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Moggles Guard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes come what may. I assure you, the Moggles Guard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the return of good King Mughal XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot. In fact, like the sylphs who summoned Ramu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Mughals in a manner similar to that of a primal. We share the same concern. Whoever or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mughal-kind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Solitary, confront good King Mughal XII and drive him from our midst. Humbly, I do thank you. The sanctuary of the Moggles Guard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Isumiyan of the Conjurers Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. This area is pretty. Yeah, this area is cool. These chairs, can I sit in one of these chairs, by the way? Yeah, that's a good stopping point. We'll sit at this chair. Okay, we'll stop here for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video today. Appreciate you stopping by for another one. Excited to go hang out with the Mughals next time, it sounds like. So, so hope you have a great rest of your day. We'll catch up with y'all next time. Take care. Take care.